This body cam footage from Blackpool shows how a routine walk down the street turns into a drug detention, not because of evidence, not because of a tip, but because of perception. 2 officers say his behavior looks suspicious. The man says he simply went the wrong way. What happens next raises serious questions about police discretion, reasonable suspicion, and how quickly everyday actions can be reframed as criminal. Watch closely, because this case sits right on the line between lawful policing and potential overreach.
Nice day.
All right.
Have a nice day. Pardon?
I just said I gone the wrong way, you know.
Right, okay.
Are you looking for somewhere what we can help you with?
No, thank you, no.
Do you see though why we've come round here? It's just because obviously when you've gone round the corner you've seen us and it's like you've walked in the hole.
No, basically what it is, I went down that street and I realised I'm in the wrong road.
Right, okay.
Yes.
What road is it you're looking for?
I can't tell you.
Why?
It's private.
Right, listen mate, so because of obviously your demeanour and the way that you've turned around the corner, it's almost like you're trying to avoid us.
No, definitely not. I'm not running.
I know, but from me, it looks like you're trying to avoid us. All right.
Really?
It did do, yeah.
No, definitely not.
So look, that's my grounds. So under Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act, I'm going to detain you for the purpose of search. Alright, it's a high drug use area. So my name's PC Cliff.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm based at Blackpool Police Station.
Yeah.
So my grounds for this search under Section 23.
Oh, you're going to search me?
Yeah, under Section
really?
23, yeah.
Really?
Just hear me out.
I'm going to explain to you
Just hear me out, because I'm going to explain to you, alright?
Yeah.
So my grounds are, when we walk round that corner,
yeah,
you've seen us, and then you've turned around and you've walked back in a whole complete opposite direction.
Okay, yes.
Which is a bit suspicious.
Yes.
It's a high drug use area. Alright. So that's the reason.
No worries, I have to film this then, my friend.
No, not a problem, not a problem. You can film me all you want.
So basically, you're pulling me up for you're searching me for misuse of drugs.
So
act.
Section 23 Misuse of Drugs Act search. Yeah.
Yes.
So the reason why, as I said, is obviously because I've already told you this 3 times now.
Yes.
You've seen us, you've turned around, you've gone the whole opposite way. I've
Yes.
tried to interact with you and you've carried on walking.
I couldn't hear you, I said I can't hear you.
Yeah, I know, but when we've come closest, when my colleagues asked you, you said you've turned around the wrong street, we've asked you what street it is and you said you can't remember. So obviously that gives me grounds to believe that you might be carrying controlled substances on you. That's fair.
Yeah, but drugs though, you're going around the drugs route?
Yeah, I am, because it's a high drug use area. Okay.
So you're just because I've gone down the wrong street, you're saying that I might be carrying drugs?
No, not just that, it's the whole demeanour, alright?
What?
So
I look chill, right?
That gives me grounds to search you. Can you just put your phone down, take your hands out your pocket, mate? You're not in any trouble, alright?
No, but...
This is the first major legal turning point. Under Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act, officers must have reasonable grounds to suspect someone is carrying controlled substances. That standard isn't just a feeling. It has to be grounded in observable, objective facts. Here, the officer cites 3 things: changing direction, body language, and being in a so-called high drug use area. What's missing is critical. No smell, no bulge, no intelligence report, no witness tip. Viewers, ask yourself, if simply walking away from police becomes suspicious, where does that leave the average citizen's freedom of movement?
You're actively trying to avoid us. You've seen.
No, I didn't actually, because I told you why I turned around. I've gone down the wrong street, right?
I know, but then when
it's a dead end, right? Is that a dead end?
Listen, listen.
Mate, don't give it that.
You're not
right. Let's go back to basics. What's your call number?
5379.
And where are you based?
I've done Go Wiser with.
Where are you based?
So my name is PC 5379 Cliff. I'm
Yeah.
based at Blackpool Police Station.
Yes.
All right. I've given my grounds to search 3 times now.
And you've said just because I went down the street and turned around when I seen you, that's grounds for a drug search.
Not just that. We're going in circles now.
We're not going in circles. I want to establish these grounds.
I'm going to search.
Well, you can search.
Have you got anything on you?
Nothing, honestly.
Nothing.
I can tell you, I've no sharps, no
It's
nothing.
Fine, it's fine. Right,
Yeah.
don't worry. So let's say you're entitled to a copy of the search record now or within the next 3 months from the station. All right.
Can you give me a copy of search today?
Sorry?
Can you give me a copy of search today?
By all means, I think I've got a printer in my car.
Have you?
So, yeah. Well, you can go to the station, it'll be ready for you.
I don't do drugs, my friend.
I know, that's fine, mate.
These grounds seem funny just for turning down the street and then realising...
Just because it's quite a high profile area here for drug using and...
I don't take drugs,
I'm not
honest.
saying you are, but we're just saying because
I don't accept...
I'm going to put these on the floor so I don't... I'll put them back.
Yeah, but I don't expect to be turned over just because the area is that way.
No, I know, but Because it's a high crime drug area and they do quite a lot of drug dealing in it.
Notice how quickly this encounter escalates, not because of aggression, but because of interpretation. The man repeatedly explains he went the wrong way. The officer repeatedly reframes that explanation as avoidance. This is where many stop and search cases live or die. Perception versus explanation. Legally, refusing to answer questions or disclose personal information is not suspicious on its own. But here, silence and privacy are treated as indicators of guilt. That shift is subtle and incredibly powerful.
Look,
Have you got anything in your back pockets?
nothing whatsoever. I'd have emptied my pockets for you.
That's fine. Right, that search is negative.
Yeah.
Right, so you're now free to go.
Yeah.
So as I say, I can get a printed from my car if you want, and I'll give you a copy now.
Yeah, where's your car, my friend?
With parts. Is it back up there? It's over that way, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'd like the search record, please.
That's fine.
Because, is there anything you put on the floor out of my pockets?
No, I've put all your
Oh,
change
back
back in
in
there
the
just so
money.
it didn't get lost.
So basically, my friend, yeah, I walked down the street, I'd realised I'm walking into a dead end, yeah, and I've backtracked on myself, and I wanted to walk away back out of this estate.
It was twice. So I've already said my grounds already, but it was twice. So you've seen us the first time. I've said hi, and you've turned around. We've then seen you again coming around the corner. You've met eye contact with me, and then you've actively turned back round and started walking another way. All right.
So was I detained for that search?
Sorry. Then I told you that you were detained for the purpose of search.
So when's the detainment
Right,
over?
Look, I've already told you that you're not no longer
I'm no
detained.
longer detained. Okay, so right. Okay, I do like a copy of the search, my friend. Yeah,
Not a problem.
because I don't
That's
think the
fine.
grounds was right then what you just did.
That's fair enough. That's fair. I've told you my grounds.
Yeah,
Search
yeah,
for
hey,
friendly-
mate, you're very polite and all the rest of it,
No, it's fine.
and you've not put me in handcuffs. You know.
And here's the outcome. A negative search. No drugs. No contraband. Nothing illegal. While a negative result doesn't automatically make the stop unlawful, it does put pressure on the original justification. Courts often look back and ask, would a reasonable officer, knowing what they knew at the time, truly believe drugs were present? This moment reframes the entire encounter. The citizen was compliant, respectful, and ultimately proven correct. He wasn't carrying anything at all.
It's in the opposite direction.
But I don't trust police, my friend, and you've given me a reason why I can't, because basically what that tells me is I can't change direction in the street without being detained and searched. But I don't take drugs. I can give you a drug test now, mate, and I can give you an hair follicle test.
No, I'm not saying you do take drugs.
No, but you just detained me for a drug search. Was it section 23?
Section 23, yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is basically, right, I don't take drugs. I definitely don't deal drugs. So therefore...
But I didn't say that you did.
No, but you must have had suspicion that you thought that I must have dabbled in two of them scenarios there to search me.
I believe you could have had drugs on you, yes.
But there was no grounds for that, my friend.
I've already told you.
There was no grounds. What, just for changing direction? That's not grounds, my friend.
So, no, just hear me out. So, obviously on the search record, it'll say everything, the reason, so everything I've already explained to you
Yeah.
will be on there. Alright, so, because I keep repeating it, like the grounds.
Yeah, but you
I have an
don't
issue with
feel that you have to keep repeating it. I don't want you to keep repeating yourself. But what I'm trying to say is this. If the grounds ain't met from the very beginning,
They were.
there wasn't. Not for Misuse of Drugs Act. You could have stopped me and said, "Hey, it looks like you're evading my thingy." I stopped when you come and I said, so therefore, where's the drugs coming to that? There's no drugs in that, my friend.
Right, okay, look, you clearly don't agree with me, that's fine.
Well, you've no evidence.
It's on suspicion.
So if I suspect you of being like, let's just say...
This section right here is critical. Reasonable grounds isn't supposed to be subjective guesswork. It's meant to be objective, something another officer, another court, or another reasonable person could agree with. Here, the officer relies entirely on demeanor and direction of travel. No physical indicators. No corroboration. This is exactly why stop and search powers are so controversial. When the threshold drops too low, innocent behavior becomes suspicious by default. What do you think? Were these grounds reasonable, or were they stretched to fit the moment?
No, but I need my search record before I can go.
Like I say, you can either have it now.
Can I ask you a question anyway?
Yeah, by all means, by all means.
What does the word discreet means?
What do you mean?
Discreet.
I don't understand what you're getting at.
Discreet.
Ask me discreet. Well, I don't. What's this got to do with anything?
No, I'm just asking you because my English isn't very good. You know,
No, it's all right. No,
discreet.
Take your time. It's fine.
What does discreet mean?
So discreet means, well, discreet means just do something discreetly. Maybe. I don't know.
An example of doing something discreetly was like, say, I'm using this as an example because it's the subject we've been on. So say if someone was to do a drug deal,
Yeah.
and they openly handed you a bag with white powder in and didn't open the open where people could see,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be discreetly. But to do that discreetly, if I just went to shake your hand and in that handshake
There was a drug
there
deal.
was a little drug
I get what
deal,
you're saying.
then that would be
Right.
discreet.
So, Miss, I'm glad you've answered that because, do you know, on your
What stands out here is the man's composure. He doesn't shout. He doesn't resist. He asks precise questions. Call number, station, legal authority. That's not defiance, that's accountability. Many people don't realize that calmly asserting your rights is entirely lawful. This exchange exposes a key tension in policing. Cooperation is expected, but unquestioning compliance is often assumed. The moment someone pushes back, even politely, suspicion increases.
form says that you should only wear that discreetly.
Doesn't.
It does?
No, because we've got our collar numbers and we've got police.
No, I'm on about the badge.
The badge.
So in Lancashire Police uniform policy,
Yeah.
it says it allows you to wear, like, say, a poppy or a thin blue line badge,
Yeah.
but discreetly, right? So what I'm saying is, if I'm walking towards you now,
Yeah.
the first thing that hits out to me is, I'll be honest, the knee bar touch and your blue line badge, and then your pink thingy, because everything else is black, right? Yeah. Do you know, rather than just say, oh, I'm going to look to a person's face, yeah? So if I'm walking towards you now, I've got three colours that are shouting out at me. First of the brightest one, knee ball light. Then the blue line.
This search record is more than paperwork. It's accountability. It's the only lasting evidence of what justified this detention. If challenged later, everything hinges on what's written there. Grounds that sound persuasive verbally may not hold up on paper. That's why requesting a copy matters. It preserves the citizen's ability to question the legality of the stop long after the officers leave the scene.
Side. But some officers are wearing massive big badges, yeah?
What street was that on?
It was Spencer Court.
Yeah. You from Blackpool yourself?
No.
Have you had a good day today?
It's
It's not been as good as normal. I mean,
it's been warm though, hasn't it?
Last few days.
Yeah, it's been very warm, you know.
Yeah, just.
So what's the takeaway here? The officers acted within a legal framework, but relied heavily on interpretation rather than concrete evidence. The citizen remained respectful, informed, and ultimately cleared. This case highlights how quickly ordinary behavior can be reframed as suspicious, and why understanding your rights matters. Encounters like this sit in a gray area of policing, where legality doesn't always equal fairness. If you found this case as thought-provoking as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-world police body cam breakdowns and legal analysis.